Obviously, real tough game tonight. Give Iowa a ton of credit. Garza, 22 points and 10 rebounds. Wiesenkamp, 26 points and 10 rebounds. Coach McCaffrey does a great job. They're a tough team. They're the best offensive team in the league, and our defense wasn't up to where it needed to be today. We took way too many threes in the basketball game, but credit to Iowa. Iowa, real good basketball team here.
Steve, when Miles Johnson picks up 3 quick fouls like that, how much does it turn the game on its head for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, especially when they have, one of the best inside players in the country. So he never really got involved in the game today. I'll have to look at the tape and see. But yeah, 3 fouls in the first half and never really got involved. And obviously, we need Miles. Cliff gave us some good minutes, and Duke gave us some good minutes too. But we still, we had some chances. You just can't take that many threes. And again, we got beat rebounding wise and at the free throw line. And those are 2 areas we talked a lot about before the game with this team. That's what happened to us the last time we played them.
Steve, you guys seem to always be playing behind this game. What was your kind of message to the team, and how to handle that situation?
Yeah, I mean, it's life in this league, so we just had to keep grinding. I think we played really hard. I liked our effort a ton. But you get behind against a really good offensive team like this, and, they make 11 threes. They average 9.5. Our defense has to be better. Wiesenkamp made some tough ones. I'm going to have to watch the tape again. But, obviously got open at times. And we just have to play better than this. But we kept grinding. Could have made it interesting. Needed a couple timely baskets. And we didn't seem to get those, in this game. Needed to get to the free throw line, to kind of set up our defenses and stuff. And never really got a chance to do that either.
We'll go to Brian Fonseca and then Aaron Brightman.
I think you're mute. I think, Brian, you're muted. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you, yes.
Okay, sorry about that. You mentioned the too many threes. Was that a matter of shot selection, or did you feel like at some point you guys missed so much that you wanted to look for other avenues to score?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get to the free throw line. You don't get to the free throw line when you shoot threes, and, that's way too many threes for us. We talked about that before the game, but when you get down like that, too, they're, more apt to take threes, try to get you back in the game. So our shot selection wasn't good. It has to be real good against a team like this, and certainly didn't want to get into a 3-point shooting contest with Iowa. That's not a recipe for success.
Coach, obviously a disappointing loss, but this team has had similar games with foul trouble and other adversity throughout the game. Are you encouraged how they handled it this time around and in terms of moving forward from this loss?
Yeah, I mean, they fought through it. And again, we got a game in a couple of days, so we can't spend a lot of time. But, we've been rebounding real well. We've been defending. We needed to keep this game in the 60s. That was our goal, and we didn't. We got to do a good job, but we fight, and they stuck together. I mean, everyone seemed to be in foul trouble at some point in time. We had to go deep into our bench, but I like the way guys responded. I like the way, guys kept fighting through all the different obstacles. It seemed like every time we went on the court, there was something else going on. We had some, fouls, and Paul Mulcahy, getting injured. I mean, just had a lot. Ron, cramping up a little bit. So we just had a lot of different things going on today and kind of fought through it and continued to play hard is a good sign.
We'll go over to Zach and then to Richie.
Steve, you guys, at least of late, have struggled with the top half of the league. Just how tough is it, these top teams in this league, and how much do you think it'll help prepare you for March?
I mean, all the teams in this league are good. I mean, I don't know, top half, they're 12 have been ranked. So, I think what happens when ranked teams beat ranked teams, then you move out of the rankings. But the league is really good, and it's especially really challenging on the road. And, Iowa's experienced. Obviously, they can shoot the ball. Bohannon's been around. He's really good. Wiesenkamp has played a lot of minutes. It's a real veteran basketball team. It's well coached, so you got to play better than we played, tonight. But that's on me to make sure that we play better and make sure we execute the game plan. And tonight was just never got that feel. Game was really choppy. Just never really seemed to get our feet under us. But, again, Iowa's really good. They've beaten a lot of really good teams. They got a lot of weapons. And, we certainly needed to shut a couple of those weapons down, and we didn't.
Steve, late in the game, you put Jayden Jones in. Obviously, he's only been in the program for about a month now. But what has he shown you in practice to earn him some playing time?
Well, first of all, that he got here was the first, he had to do a lot of work. So real proud of him, for being able to graduate early. It's really hard when you just come to a program in the middle of the season like that. He's probably had, 12 full practices, 13 full practices, but a lot of them are game prep practices. So they're not even practices where we're going over things that we do. So he's done a really good job in the weight room. He's done a good job academically. He's going to be a really big part of our future. It's good to get him, in there today. It's been hard, games have been really close in this league and tight, and it's been hard, but he's doing better and better. But, it's hard. We have a lot of plays we run. We have a lot of defenses that guys have been working on since June, that when you get here in January, right in the middle of it. So, real pleased and happy. Jayden's been great. Great kid, too. So, very excited about him.
Take two more questions for Coach from Jerry and then Brian Fonseca, and then we'll get Gio in here.
Steve, Ron Harper's going through this thing where he's a top name on everybody's scouting report. How's he dealing with that, and what are teams doing to sort of deny him the ball in the places where he likes it, you think?
Yeah, Ron, Ron's having a really good season. He really is, and does a lot of things for us. His defense keeps improving, too. So, everyone will look at stats and everyone looks at shooting percentages, but Ron's, doing a really good job, and he is the number one guy, on the scouting report. He and Gio. So they get the best defenders. They get a lot of attention, but Ron's really good. I have a ton of, confidence in him and continues, to get better. But, life isn't easy in this league. This league is, when you have a good game, the team you play next is going to make sure that you don't have one the next team. And, Ron's learning to live as the top guy on the scouting report.
Steve, Cliff got some pretty big minutes early on and throughout the game because of the foul trouble with Miles. I guess just how do you think he reacted to getting thrust into that early role and just, his performance overall?
Cliff is, practicing better and better. That 5-week hiatus with the knee really, he was progressing nicely. He's getting better and better. He's a good worker. He's a great kid. He comes in and watches film. You got to learn in a league against all big guys that are really experienced and really good. And I think you saw some of his activity today, some of his ability to score, block shots, run the floor. His defense is getting better and better too, which is a really good sign for us moving forward. But, these young guys never had the advantage of a non-conference season, where they would have got a lot of experience and, only playing 4 games and then being thrust into the best league in the country is not an easy thing. So real happy with his development and real happy how he played against, arguably the best big guy in the country, right?